Miss Lid.
Oh, how you doing, Coach?
Hi, Al.
There's a magnetic piece of
Yes.
equals too much of a magnet.
Does he know?
I told him
Okay.
How you doing, dude? Hey, Coach. I finally got transportation. Logan Elms.
let's go.
I didn't know you coach sports, because what you do ain't called coaching.
Scooter man. Come on, Scooter.
Where'd Richard go?
Hey, Alex. Get my good side. I'll get your great side. All your sides are good.
Oh my god, it's so close. Hey, Coach.
As usual, you're operating the camera.
Yeah.
What's up?
Not much. I'm just waiting for this to start, and then we'll leave it open. Are we going to a different room? Or
Senior lab, okay.
Alright. So that's good to know. I also have my blanket, so I'm not really
Mr. Driver will announce it, no problem.
Alright.
Why
guys. Let's go. Girls, yeah. Tennis.
Athletes, please make sure you sit with your group, your teams. We'll get going in about 2 minutes. We still got people strolling in.
Okay, Poppy, sit down. Okay, if everybody can take a seat, please, we'll get going.
Okay, I want to welcome everybody to Spring Sports Awards Night. My name is Tom Tarpey. I'm the athletic director. Just give a little overview of the night. I will speak for a little while, have a little presentation, and then the teams will break up. They all have areas where they will go. The coaches will speak a little bit, give out awards, and then afterwards we have the backdrop where you can take pictures out in the hallway, and we'll also have some cookies and coffee and tea and water and some refreshments for afterwards. If you have to use the bathroom, there are bathrooms out there. So we've had a pretty incredible year in general for sports. We are back in the Big Three conference, and we've had a lot of Big Three champions, including this season. So we've been very successful. And as I say all the time, there's no better school to be an athletic director at than Bedford High School. I want to thank the administration. You know, it's funny, but it's true, like going yesterday to Newton North for the volleyball game, and we didn't win, but we played great. And after the game, I had about 3 parents from Newton North come up to me, and they were like, "You guys have great fans. Like, what a great fans. You guys," we did. I mean, just the way that we were out, it was awesome. And that's what the school has become. And it's really exciting to be part of it. And we have great administration, great staff, great parents, great coaches, great athletes. We do get a bad rap sometimes, but it's the people that don't know anything about the school or what's inside that give us that. I'd like to especially thank, and I want everybody to give a hand to Mr. Do-It-All, Mr. Houston, athletic trainer. He is by far the best athletic trainer. He's all by himself, and he's flying all over the place, and I can't give him enough thanks, and very, very happy that he's with us, he's back with us. And then also, my sidekick, Mr. Curry, who's always there, all the time. So I'd like to give some shout outs to our teams. Our track teams have been very successful, winter and in fall. The boys track team finished second in the Big Three. And more importantly, they were awarded the League Sportsmanship Award. 5 boys qualified for the Division I State Championship meet, including Tyler Lyons, who qualified in 3 events. Clayton Pastor placed 4th overall in the long jump at the Division I State meet. The girls track team, and the trophy's coming. I don't want to hear it anymore. Okay? They won the Big Three championship, winning an incredibly exciting meet by 3 points. Dana Morris finished first place in 3 events that day, leading all athletes in scoring. And the girls 4x100-meter relay won the statewide freshman-sophomore meet this season. They finished the year at number 8 in Division I. All sophomores. Our girls lacrosse team had an unbelievable season, finished with a record of 15-5, made the state tournament. Baseball, if only we could play all Big Three games, we'd be, right up there in the state. They won the Big Three champs, 3-1 in the league, baseball team. Softball team qualified for the state tournament, Big Three champs with a 4-0 league record. Boys tennis had more wins than I think they had in a long time. They had big numbers, beat Brockton twice, Middleborough and Taunton. Boys tennis. Girls tennis saw a big improvement as the season went on. They had good numbers, and they had a big win over Wareham, 3-2. Girls tennis. Volleyball. Big Three champs, Big Patriot League champs, finished with a record of 19-3. Huge win in the MIA State Tournament over BCI, and then had a tough loss in the round of 16 last night, but they were fun to watch, and they were, everybody did a great job, and we should all give a hand to our volleyball team. And this last team, boys lacrosse. Now these kids and these coaches show up every single day. Their numbers don't decline during the season. And they don't get many wins, but they play hard every game. They try their best. They are at practice all the time. They're even out there practicing now when the season's over. And, more than once, and I've shared this with the coaches, I've gotten messages from opposing schools like, you know what? I've watched this lacrosse team for 4 years. They're getting better, but they don't win much, but they don't act up. They don't have attitudes. They just keep playing and playing and playing. So hats off to our boys lacrosse team. And they had a big win at home against Westport, 6-4. Sometimes it's not just about what happens on the field. It's about stuff that we do in the community, and how we help out, how we volunteer. So you can see, we participated in the United Way Youth Day of Caring. We had about, I think, 10 athletes go to that. Becky and Piper representing the Bedford High School at the Massachusetts Celebration of Women in Sports Day at Gillette Stadium. Athletes volunteering at the New Bedford Half Marathon and the Water Stop. We brought 30 athletes to Bedford High School for the Big Three Sportsmanship Summit. Volunteering free youth basketball clinic at the YMCA. And then we had the student ambassador. We had 3 student ambassadors. We brought them to the huddle at the MIA office in Franklin. And then if you see this picture, they made me bring them for ice cream after. They wouldn't say take no for an answer. It was freezing out and we were eating ice cream. And our school won 11 out of a possible 21 Big Three championships. That's awesome. That's going to be the biggest ever. 50% of the Big Three championships were here. So that's just a great year. So now we're going to break up into groups. I'm going to tell you where you're going to go with your team, and then the coaches will take over, and hopefully I'll see everybody in the hallway after the presentation. So baseball, we're going to stay in the auditorium. Boys lacrosse is going to go to the senior lounge. Girls lacrosse is going to go to the planetarium. Volleyball is going to the maker space. Softball is going to stay here in the auditorium up in the right corner. Track's going to go to Gym 1, and boys and girls tennis is going to go to the finance lab. Thank you very much.
So much.
All right, everybody. Hello. I know we're a little cramped in here. First of all, thank you so much. We are by far the biggest group, so I think that shows how much support we have. So I told the guys to make sure they came out, and they did. So just a round of applause for all of you. So this is our senior lounge. The seniors are at full craziness, so the room is a little bit messy, but my wife is in charge of it too, so this is what our house looks like, so I'm used to it. But so I'm not going to keep you guys forever, but we're going to give out, I got the guys shirts and some awards to give out. I printed out pictures of both teams, JV and varsity, to give out to the guys. And then if you guys want to take any stickers or pins, I have a ton extra from the season if you want to take some. So before we start, thank you for all of your support all season. I've tried my best to stay in contact. If you didn't get a text message from me and you're going to be back next season, just on your way out, let me know your phone number. I can make sure to add it. Wouldn't be here without you guys all bringing everybody, these guys, to practices and everything. It's a lot of time. I tell the guys the same thing. They sacrifice time with family. They sacrifice time with friends. They sacrificed a lot to play a sport. And it showed this season by how much they were willing to sacrifice, but how much they showed up. We don't really have much of an attendance problem on this team. So it makes my job so much easier, so thank you. Obviously, we didn't have the season in terms of wins that we wanted, but they are out there every day working hard. And not for nothing, this team has been the most into lacrosse that I've coached in my 5 years here. So they love lacrosse, they love the sport, and the skill will come with that. So, and that's because they bought into like the culture, the environment, all of those things. So they have that going for them, and I tell them this. When I started 5 years ago, we had 12 players, and we were down to 8 by the end of the season. We could not field a team. I remember games, we played Brockton, and we did like an 8 versus 8 thing. Brockton's team went away. Brockton doesn't have a team anymore. So there's no team in the Big Three that has a lacrosse team. We're the only one, okay? So it's impressive that we have one, and even more impressive that we've built up to 35, and this is the first year we've had a stable JV team. This is the first year where I can show up to every game and say we have a JV. So that's impressive in itself, and these guys are all building the foundation for what New Bedford lacrosse will hopefully become. So I got a couple of things. So we're just gonna go through, we're gonna start with JV. So I got everybody a shirt. If you didn't fill out the form that I sent you, I don't have your size, but I did anticipate people not filling out the form, and I got extras of some sizes. So if you don't get a shirt right now, just wait to the end and I'll get you your size. There's a ton of mediums, so. All right, before we do that actually, I'm gonna have the captains are gonna say something real quick. So if Carlos, Dakota, and Misael, or whoever had something prepared.
Next song! Let's go,
Let me just apologize before I make the speech because I suck at public speaking. But hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come here and support us. Saying something right now is really making me feel old. I can't imagine how the coaches feel and these other players as we watch each other grow older over the years. Watching the program grow has been a privilege. Seeing faces every year has been a joy. I remember as a sophomore first joining, being scared of what was ahead, but I'm so happy I took this journey of joining this family. This program has gave me the structure needed to grow, be successful along with family. I just want to give a special thank you to Coach Sprigg. As a defense, I've spent a lot of hours learning from him, not only lacrosse, but how to be a man, tackle any obstacles, and the importance of always keeping your head high. I will always be grateful for his support. Another special thank you is needed for Coach Parent. Unfortunately, this year I didn't get to work with him like previous years, but that's only because he was sharpening the spears for the Whalers for the next year, our JV team. All those boys were so lucky to get to learn the beautiful game of lacrosse from him, and I know our team will continue to thrive because of his dedication and love for this team. I know I said a lot of specials already, but these coaches are all three special men who have created a special team, but another special thanks is needed for Coach Elaine for always being a great role model, always pushing me and the team to believe in ourselves on and off the field, and always holding us accountable, especially me, which I appreciate more now than I did at the moments. I didn't know the responsibility of being a team captain until he taught me. I just wish I learned sooner for the team's sake. At least they had me side, but that wasn't enough. With the bragging about the coaches, that's enough with bragging about the coaches. The people who deserve some bragging are the players of the team, as they were the glue that held the team together. Although our season didn't go planned, I enjoyed every moment of the season. Playing with you guys, as it was a true blessing. These people who are to your left and right aren't only people playing on the same team as you, but brothers, and I see everyone before me as a part of my family. So as this is the last time we will be all together, I'd like to say one last quote of the day, like Coach Elaine. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." I want you boys to take that with you and carry it into the next season. I know the people on this team will do great things in life, and I can't wait to see it on Facebook or whatever adults use in the future. So this is not goodbye, but talk to you later. Captain number 1 signing out.
Well, we appreciate all three of you. You guys have been great captains. and leaders for the last 3 and 4 years. All right. And then I know it's hot in here, so I'm going to wrap it up. But also, I forgot to say thank you to the coaches. Coach Parent couldn't be here tonight. He worked really hard with the JV this year, which we really appreciate. Coach Sprague has been working with the defense, and Coach Kudo volunteers his time. He's volunteering, and he's volunteered his time for us this season. So I couldn't do it without the 3 of them. All right, so Coach Sprague is gonna. I'm gonna call out your name, and I'll give you your shirt and your varsity pin if you played enough varsity time. This is the first year where we're not giving out varsity pins, which is a good thing. But I also get that it might be frustrating for some of you that don't get it, but you will get it in the future. And I was very liberal with them this year, so if you played varsity at all, for the most part, I got you one. So open the window. Thank you. All right, coach. All right, the first player is Amari. Amari also gets, this was Coach Parent decided on the JV award, so it's not me. He decided, I told him to pick whoever he thought. Amari gets the co-JV MVP for this year. All right, the next person, all right, gets the other co-MVP, Zidane. If you get a varsity letter, there's also a varsity pin, so make sure you don't drop it.
Hey.
All right, next, Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse.
All right, Bryce, I couldn't remember if you said medium or large. I guess medium. Bryce. All right, the next player got the JV Most Improved Award. Sorry, words are hard. Xavier.
Oh yeah!
All right, next JV Coaches Award, Hector. Next, I don't know if I saw Enzo. All right, Angels.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure working with you guys.
I'll see you next year.
All right, John C. All right, Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri.
All right, Marcio C. Nick Crespo.
So natural.
Okay,
You
the
chose
next
the same
person,
thought.
Manny.
Yeah, man.
Gonna get your sir, and we'll get you a picture. All right. Wait, that's not.
Hey,
Who's this guy?
I was in Florida.
All right, sorry, man. We'll get you a picture and a shirt. Okay, I ordered extra. All right, next person. All right, the next person got the JV Offensive Player of the Year and also didn't fill out their survey. Jaden. All right, again, if you did not fill out the survey, come find me. I do have a shirt. I just didn't know what size. So, all right, next person got the JV Defensive Player of the Year, John G. Oh nice catch. Look at that. These are the kind of reflexes that get you. All right, the next didn't fill out the survey, so we'll get you a shirt and a picture at the end. Just remind me about that. Let's give him a round of applause. Back when
I'll come back. Ah, okay.
there you go. All right. That's okay. Also, too, just a shout out to the guys who split a lot of time between JV and varsity. Some of them played like 2 games. There was one day Zidane played almost 2 full games because we just needed a goalie. So that is a lot to ask for them. So I definitely really appreciate that too. All right, next, Braden Medeiros. All right, next we have the players who really played mostly varsity, okay? So I also want to announce we have 2 captains that we picked for next year. They were almost overwhelmingly picked by the players. I tell them every year that I get the final vote. It's not a democracy, but I do want their opinion. So and they all overwhelmingly voted for the 2 people that we picked for next year. And I also am always open to adding more for next year. So if someone feels like they really want it and they show up next year and they work really hard, I will give it to them just like we did this year. All right, so this player is going to be our captain next year, Logan Alves. Javen. The next player spent a lot of time doing multiple things. You might know him from wearing a football jersey while also performing in band. He does the same thing during the lacrosse season. He wears many hats. Louis Cologne. All right, the next player I don't know if you spent more time filming or more time playing. I'd like to think more time playing, but Alex Crespo. All right, the next player not only will be our captain next year, but won the Coaches Award for varsity this year. Coaches Award represents like being just coachable and listening to coaches and going above and beyond. So that's Marcio Ferreira. All right, the next player earns our MVP award, which is an award that was tough. Honestly, all the awards were tough for me to pick this year. We just have so many great kids and so many good players. But I don't know, and this is nothing against anybody else, but this just tells you how much he has contributed to New Bedford lacrosse. I can't think of a player who's contributed more in my years of coaching. Our captain and MVP award winner, Misael Dominguez. Also going to be playing college lacrosse next year. I'm also trying to say, because seniors, it's hitting me that you're never going to do this again, but the next player has been here for 3 or 4 years, but he's here every day, and we wouldn't be here without him. Tommy. All right, the next player was a new addition this year. You hear him before you see him. Raul Pereira. All right, another player who helped build what is now New Bedford lacrosse and one of our captains, Carlos Lux. The other Alex Tapina. All right, next, he suited up as goalie this year when no one else would, which I know I'm biased, but that has to be the hardest position in any sport is lacrosse goalie. They wear I don't know if you can tell, but they wear almost no pads beneath the waist. So you got to have a lot of grit, and he chose to do it in his senior year. Emilio. All right, next player often told me they were going to get a goal. We'll get you one next year, Tristan. The next player promised me when they were a freshman that they would play for all 4 years, and they met that promise. Was lacrosse always his #1 priority? No, but the team always was. I know that much. The funniest guy in the field, Sam Zhang.
Gotta keep